This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
But I wanted to throw something out there to people that, for some Dolphins, and I'm talking about the bitter ones. I'm talking about the ones that only look at the negativity all the time. They're not realizing this. What could be happening? Okay? Because think about this. I just want you to imagine all of this. All right? It's not etched in stone. It's not a done deal by any stretch, what I'm saying. But it's a possibility that, and a feeling like we've never had before. Follow me on this. Since, Shula was pushed out, have you had a moment, listen, have you had a moment for the Miami Dolphins where you felt great about the head coach and felt great about the future of the quarterback position? Think about that. Because with Jimmy, you knew Marino was getting old. Plus, Jimmy's offense was so antiquated, he took everything away from Danny, whatever. Wanstead takes over, and I think a lot of us admired Jay Fiedler. I did, at least. I was a Jay Fiedler fan. I knew his limitations. I knew he wasn't a franchise guy. I knew he was the guy that you needed to surround him with a monster team, and he had a monster defense. He didn't have a monster offense, but that was something that he needed to improve a little bit more, and it would have helped him. But you never felt good about it. Any of the coaches that followed after that, the coach and the quarterback combination, you really never felt good about it. Ryan Tannehill was a kid that you rooted for because he was such a nice guy, but never did you ever feel for real, unless you're a blind-ass fan, that you had like a legitimate franchise quarterback. John Beck, whatever, all of that. Do you guys realize, and the super chat is lighting up, I'll get to that in a second, and do you guys realize this, that if Chris Grier hit on Brian Flores, which right now we have to say, wow, we feel pretty good about Brian Flores, right? I mean, you can't say for sure because it's only 1 year, and you can't say, oh, he's for sure the head coach and the guy we finally needed here. But no, but at least you feel good about it, right? You feel good about the way he is able to control the locker room, the players, everything, the way he ran the team last year. You feel good about it, right? And then now to start year 2, he lands what we all think is a franchise quarterback. What is our problem with Tua? What's our concern with Tua? It's injuries. It has nothing to do with football. Most of us feel like, oh, no, Tua can play. He can throw the damn ball. He's got accuracy. He's a great kid, right? I mean, all the other things are in place. I don't think we've realized this. I'm kind of getting goosebumps. Seriously. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it myself. Do you realize that in the last calendar year, if you end up hitting on Flores and Tua, we haven't had that since Shula and Marino. Not that Flores is Shula, not that Tua is Marino. Just the feeling. Just saying, holy crap, we have a coach and a quarterback. Oh, and by the way, I just want to say that if you do end up with a coach and a quarterback, that's because you have a GM. Okay? I'm just saying. I want you to think about that. Because all we ever do is think about A.J. Feely. All we ever do is think about Pat White and Cleo Lemon and, Chad Pennington put together with Scotch tape and Ryan Tannehill and every other quarterback that came after Marino. And they bring in Jim Druckenmiller, Josh Dutton drafted. I could just talk about all the different quarterbacks all over the years. And they were a mess. And none of them really ever really made you feel like, oh, that's the guy. John Beck is the guy. Who the hell says that? Nobody. But right now, you keep saying to yourself, Tua's a guy if he stays healthy. Tua's a guy if he stays healthy. Oh, I love Tua. Oh, I love Tua too. Oh, yeah, man. We just got to keep him healthy. We just got to build that line. That's all we ever talk about. Because most of us feel like the dude can pass the damn ball. And then Flores. Just saying, man. You know, because I thought about this on my way home yesterday after our show, you know, and I'd block these guys because they're just in their silly-ass state of mind. And I'm sitting there, I'm going, the guy they're blocking, the guy that they're slamming, he may have just found the quarterback and a coach in a year. You know, we couldn't find a coach that we liked that could stick around. We couldn't find a quarterback. And yet, the dude that was kind of the subject yesterday, that guy may have found the coach of the quarterback within a calendar year. I just let that marinate, you know? Because to me, that is like, that's music, brother, to my ears, to my heart, you know? I find that to be just absolutely amazing if it does happen. Because it proves it would make him not a good hire. It would make him one of the greatest hires in Dolphin history. Okay, outside of maybe Shula.
Can I pile on? Because you know, we've talked about a GM comes in, how much impact? How fast can you really turn this thing around? And you used to tell me that somewhere around the
3 to 4 years, yeah.
Somewhere around the third year, you should see like you're on the brink, right?
But you know, the equation I'm missing. If you have normal drafts.
Yeah.
But if your drafts are 10-plus picks.
Yes. You know, it's totally fast. That's why we said.
Should fast track it.
Track you. And the thing is, getting out from underneath the bad money. We're looking at what could conceivably be a 1-year turnaround. Actually, depending on what happens this year.
If they make the playoffs, it's a 1-year turnaround. It's a 1-year turnaround.
You're not supposed to be able to do that in today's football with salary cap and this and not be able to just go out and buy what you want.
If you make the playoffs this year, Chris Grier is a super general manager. He's not a general manager. You know how you guys chime in on the super chat? He's a super general manager. Speaking of the super chat, Jess or Jesse. So you have Jess on the text, and now it says Jesse. Jesse in Minneapolis. So do we call Jess or do we say Jesse? You gotta help me out on that because I thought I always see Jess. Maybe it's just me and I butchered it. Chiming in from Minnesota, adding support, and you, Jesse, are freaking awesome. You're always supporting us. Thank you so much. Much love, Jesse. Samuel Rowina chiming in on the super chat. What up, Big O? If we add Logan Ryan to our secondary, we'll be a top 5 in the league. Love your show. Thanks for keeping it 100 all the time. Hell yeah, they'll be top 5. They'll be top 5 for sure. I mean, that secondary will be impossible to pass on. I'm serious. You add Logan Ryan to that mix, it just makes it so much more deeper, man. You know? Jay Fiedler was an intelligent quarterback. He played to his strengths and didn't make a lot of mistakes. Yeah, I'm a Jay fan, so you're never going to get me to slam Jay Fiedler. I'm just not. Now, am I going to tell you he's a franchise guy and all? No. But I think if you had good enough around him, you can win with him. You know what I mean? But is he going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback? That would,
it's my favorite, Jay.
You would need like the Raiders game or Tennessee.
No, the Denver game, man. The record of the 350-yard field goals in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That we actually, Tom's NFL, we did a dog, there was 20 of us piled up, going nuts.
Flipside Fishing says, I'm fabricating signs right now, and you're getting me pumped up, man. But it's true. I mean, for all the people that slam Chris Grier and all of that, the dude might have found his coach and quarterback in one freaking year. For 20-something years, we've been hiring fools in and out of that building to go find a coach and a quarterback, and they can't find it. Did Chris Grier find it in 1 year? I mean, think about that, dude. That's crazy. That is just, it blows my mind to think about that. If you really wanted to just focus in on what's going on and how bad we've been for so long, that if that guy found this coach and his QB in 1 year, that's just amazing. I mean, I got to say, San Francisco, it took them a couple of years, and it's amazing what they've done to build that defense, find a good head coach, and a quarterback. Okay? That stuff like that is awesome, what they've done in San Francisco. If Miami's in that trend too, wow, what a turnaround. What an amazing turnaround. All right, let's take a break.